Alright, we're live again. I had to restart the stream because my stream crashed. But you know what? That's okay. We're gonna try again.
First objective, turn on power. Second objective, drink, or vice versa. You know what
We're gonna see what happens. I'm going to actually open this stream on my other monitor. There we go, there we go. And there we go, whatever part that was. Okay. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. That was so dumb. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, as I was saying before, so rudely interrupted by my stream crashing. Trying to beat a record. We're trying to beat a specific record, which I think is 25, which is held by a YouTuber that I like, who inspired me to do all of this. So I thought it would be not only a reasonable goal, but also really funny if I beat his record. So, we're gonna see what happens. I think there's some things that I need to fix in Streamlabs. No, everything looks fine. Yeah, everything looks okay. Okay. Good to know. But yeah, I set up donations, that's in the description. I set up subscriber notifications.
Guess I'll have to use my bare hands, like with my fourth wife.
Nope. Bad zombie.
Always talking.
I need to be more careful. I don't have quick revive yet. Maybe I should go grab it. Just maybe. Yoink.
I can't talk zombies to death. I need ammo. This is beautiful sight. I do not like this drink. It ruins my buzz.
Chat is showing up on the side. It's not. Okay. I thought if the chat was showing up on the side of Streamlabs, might as well just do that, but nah, it's not. So that's fine. That's okay. I'm cool with that. It is round 3. I need to focus.
Every bullet must count now. I'm doomed.
Need to lock in, gamers, as the kids say. I say the kids as if I'm old. Well, okay, so kind of. I'm gonna be 24 on Friday, so. So another reason to drop a little donation. Birthday's coming up. It's gonna be nice. But yeah, repeating a joke that I made before the stream crashed. Wow, 2 live streams in a row. That's really rare for me. I guess that means I'm gonna disappear for another year, huh? Well, if I get it, I will. No, probably, hopefully not. What is? I think the number to beat is 25. So.
I give too many of my bullets away.
And if this does good, and well, if we do well here and get the record and get some decent views on the streams and all that stuff, maybe I'll do this with more zombies maps. Maybe I'll do it with some World at War or Black Ops 2 maps. I don't know. I wonder I wonder if there's a record for town on Black Ops 2. That's got to be the easiest spawn room challenge ever, because you have depending on where the box spawns, the box could spawn there, and then you have Pack-a-Punch, and then you have a ton of room to run around. You just train over by stamina up. You can grab stamina up, and you could grab stamina up and double tap, and then Pack-a-Punch whatever you get from the box. You're set. Just train over there. I wonder if there's actually a record for that. That would be kind of funny. It'd be hilarious to try to beat.
Guess I'll have to use my bare hands, like with my fourth wife.
there any more going to spawn, or is it just you four? Yeah, that's lucky. Yep, okay. It's just you guys. Okay.
Let the carnage continue.
Hop. Oh, that one's spinning already. That's kind of early. It's not great. Actually, I don't know. Is it random? I think it's random. Oh. That's sketchy. Okay. There we go. That wasn't fun. I don't like when that happens. Stop it.
You are a fool for touching Nikolai.
Don't you crash again.
I killed him fast, so I have more time for vodka.
I think we're okay. I think it was just a little weird hiccup. Yep, it was just a weird little hiccup. Okay. So that... this game's not... This is just our practice match, I guess. Oh. This is spinning kind of early. Oh, error just popped up. Interesting. Let me see what that says. I hope nobody experienced buffering. That wouldn't be good. I guess we'll see. Guess we'll find out.
You beg like
Eh.
dog. Stand up, crawler.
Oh, okay. I thought we just got stuck there. That was scary.
You die now. You are soft, like pampered Western capitalists. Crushed under the might of Nikolai.
There we go. Ooh, that's gonna be nice to start the next round with.
only the
Sorry,
doors for
if you
this
hear
season.
squeaking, that's my chair.
Back to the gulags of hell. You are pathetic,
What's that?
Nikolai.
That's handy. Would have rather it not spawned over here, but whatever.
There are plenty of zombies for everyone. I just happen to be killing them all.
Okay. That round was relatively stress-free. That's nice. I like when that happens. Appreciate that. Didn't have to use my M14, which is cool. Always good. Always good. Whoop. Okay, I considered it for a sec. I considered doing something purposefully stupid just for the comedic value, but no, that's not happening. I do that in some other games, not here. Ooh, that's handy. Woo! I didn't think that was gonna get him. That's cool. Ow. I didn't think he was gonna hit me. Oops. I keep trying to talk to be more entertaining. But it's a hard lesson to learn that rambling is a lot worse than silence. So I'd rather not just ramble on about useless, meaningless bullshit than I'd rather just be quiet and hyper-focus. That's not to say don't chat or anything. I would love to hear how everybody's day is going. The one other person watching. It says 2, but that's because I have the stream pulled up on my second monitor to monitor the health and all that stuff. But I'd love to hear about everybody's day and why their reason for why they're up at 3:30 in the morning, my time. Any interesting bands or movies or video games you guys have been playing? I started watching 28 Years Later because it's on Netflix now, so I decided to give it a watch. I watched like a good probably half hour of it before I had to go eat, and then I just never got back to it. And I gotta say, a lot of zombie wiener. But, I mean, so far it's okay. It's not my favorite of the 28 trilogy. 28 Days Later is always going to be the best, in my opinion. I mean, 28 Weeks Later wasn't bad, but... I don't know, I don't like all, the slow-mo shots that they're doing in 28 Years, and... it's kind of weird. It's not it's not a bad movie. It's well shot and the acting has been pretty good so far. It just a big thing with the marketing is they talked about how it was filmed on an iPhone, and that feels a lot more like a gimmick, right? Like the previous 2 movies, they were all grimy and gritty and stuff like that, and that was by design. So it feels too high quality. Like it doesn't feel like the same movie, you know? It doesn't feel like it's a part of the same series. You know, it just feels really off. And I get it, you know, try new things in the movies, get like gimmicks and whatever. But I don't think they had to rely on a gimmick for ticket sales for this movie, you know? A lot of people love the 28 series, me included. You don't have to have a gimmick, man. It just, and I understand it's probably not a gimmick, but it feels like one, you know? It feels like that's the whole reason they shot it on the iPhone, is for like a gimmick. And it doesn't feel, you know? It doesn't feel right. It just looks weird. It looks too high quality for this kind of movie, you know? It's alright though. I wouldn't mind finishing it. I'll probably end up finishing it on my own, though. My fiance was not thrilled with it. She was not having a good time. Which, it's fine. That's alright, though. We got plenty of other movies that we've been meaning to check out. I have a lot of things on my watch list. I still haven't... I wanted to watch Thunderbolts. And... so far, I'm like less than an hour into it. It's honestly really good, and I don't usually give a shit about Marvel movies, but Thunderbolts and Daredevil Born Again have kind of gotten me back into it. Daredevil Born Again was awesome, by the way. I'm not like usually too big into Daredevil. I like the superheroes that he teams up with, like Spider-Man, the Punisher, that kind of stuff. I love Spider-Man. But I'm not usually too big on, like, Daredevil himself, you know? I didn't really watch much of the, original, series. I watched the Ben Affleck movie. I watched that to hell and back. Dude, that movie's awesome. Okay, it's not good, but it's funny. Plus, Evanescence is on the soundtrack, so... you can't really go wrong. But it's just I didn't really care that much about Daredevil, and then I watched Born Again because I heard it was really good, and I saw some trailers for it, and it looked awesome. And it was awesome. I'm very excited for Season 2. And I really, really hope that Marvel, specifically for their, like, darker, like, more anti-hero type characters, really... oh, alright. Oh, round 12! I didn't even notice what round we're on. For their darker, more, like, anti-hero type characters, I really, really hope they kind of stick in the, like, the R-rated movies and, like, the TVMA kind of shows, you know, with, like, the more, like, the gore and the cursing. Just, it really takes me out of it when we have a darker character in a very, like, kid-friendly show or movie. You know, like, why... I understand this is probably, like, Sony's doing, but why was Venom why was Venom PG-13? Why is that? I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. Those movies were not great anyways. I didn't really like Venom. And you know, Venom works as a solo character. I like Venom as a character. I think he would work great in a solo movie if the solo movie didn't suck. And Tom Hardy did a great job, too. I like Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock. He did a great job. I just... those movies were not very... I didn't like them. They butchered Carnage. Oh my god. I don't like what they did to Carnage. Even the casting... not that great. The only, like, decent casting in that movie was probably, Tom Hardy as Venom and Eddie. That was probably the only good casting for that movie. Genuinely, though, like, side whatever point tangent. I don't know. And then we'll go back to discussing Marvel movies. Round 13 so far, not too bad for a practice round, and I don't think I can submit this footage because I had to like tab out of the game a few times and my stream crashed and we had to, well, it didn't crash, it froze, but still. So I don't know if I can submit this footage. Ooh. I don't know, we'll have to see. Maybe I can comb over it, see if there's anything I can salvage. I mean, if we break the record this match, we'll go again and see if we can get either a better record or match what we just did and do better, I guess. But back to Marvel movies. I used to be more into it, right? Like when I was little, like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was my favorite movie. Well, my favorite Marvel movie at the time. I didn't really, well, even then, that's kind of, because I didn't watch any like the X-Men stuff until later. I did watch Fantastic Four when I was little, but that was really it. It was just Spider-Man and Fantastic Four when I was younger. Well, I did watch X2 at some point. Ooh, at some point. But anyway. So it's not like a brand new development in my life that suddenly I care about Marvel stuff. Like, movies were okay. I did, you know, I did like a lot of the MCU stuff when it first started. Like I liked, at first, I liked Iron Man. I'm kind of, I'm kind of sick of Iron Man. And I think Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom was a horrible casting idea, and it shows a lot of desperation on Marvel's end to try to get people into the franchise again. But I mean, hey, RDJ's got to make his paycheck too, so good on him for coming back. But I don't know where I was going. Oh yeah, it's not a new development. Like I really liked the first Avengers movie. Basically just Phase 1 stuff. Like that's the only like Marvel stuff that I really like. Captain America is probably my favorite MCU movie. Either Captain America, Avengers, or the Winter Soldier. Although Thunderbolts has been pretty good so far. I still need to finish it. I appreciate that I've been able to watch Thunderbolts and understand like who all of the characters are without needing to kind of do any homework. Like, I know who, like, John Walker is, and Ghost, and all of that. I unfortunately watched Black Widow, so... Oh, I forgot I had insta-kill. Oops. Dude, Black Widow was awful. I did not like that movie. That's fine, though. I like the Moon Knight series. Moon Knight's cool. I like Moon Knight. He's my main in Marvel Rivals. When I get back to, whenever I get back to playing that. Well, I'll get back to playing it when it starts being fun again. So that is the only game that I've ever played that like legitimately pisses me off. Like I have the patience of doing like, you know, Souls type games or doing this bullshit of running in circles and zombies. But it just, you know, if I get frustrated, I could just stop, you know. And I understand that with Rivals, but Rivals gets me really angry very fast. I think it being free to play was probably a bad. Well, okay, I don't want to say it was a bad decision. It's great that it was, and it makes it more accessible for people, which is good, but it's also bad because a bunch of people are going to see it's popular and play, like, the broken meta characters in order to get a good highlight reel for their TikToks that nobody watches but their grandmothers. Coming from a Moon Knight main, that's kind of annoying to watch people play meta characters. Hey man. A lot of people say Moon Knight's overpowered, but from my experience, no, he is not. He does legitimately take a fair amount of skill to play, skill I do not have. And it's always so embarrassing, right? Because I reached Lord pretty quickly for Moon Knight, and a lot of people don't realize that it's not like dependent on skill or on your performance as the character. It's dependent solely on how long you play the character. So a lot of people will see that I'm like, you know, I have Lord for Moon Knight, and they'll either like get, you know, pissed off and be like, oh, this guy has no life or whatever. Or, you know, they'll get hyped and be like, oh, Lord Moon Knight, whatever. Overpowered character, whatever. But, like, dude, I managed to barely squeak by in enough matches to reach this. I'm not good. And it sucks because I feel like I have to live up to their expectations, which kind of screws me over big time. We're on round 15, by the way. We are, I think, matching the bottom of the leaderboards right now. Oh boy. That was almost really bad. Man, game's being nice to me with the whole spinny boy thing. Whatever. What even is that? Can people who know Zombies lore explain to me what that thing's called? I have no idea. Somebody help me. I'll see it a lot quicker if you donate. Link in the description. Oh, jeez. Am I e-begging? Maybe. I don't deserve it. Money's tight. I'm technically disabled. Well, okay, so I say technically because I don't like saying it, because it doesn't feel like... It's kind of like an, I don't want to say imposter syndrome type thing, but yeah, kind of. Because it's not the same disability as the level of, like, being in a wheelchair or something like that, or being blind, you know, real disabilities. It's like, my intestines hate me, so, I can't work. I have ulcerative colitis. And because of that, I am unable to leave the house. I'm basically confined to the house. And I can't work. I was actually fired from my first ever job. This sucks. Alright, this... So I got diagnosed. I started I started seeing the symptoms, like almost a year into working my first job. And then I got the diagnosis pretty quickly after that. And, well, actually, no, it was a few months into working my first job. I got hired, I think, either June or July, and that October I started feeling the symptoms. And then by, I don't know, I don't remember when it was. I don't remember what month it was, but the next year, like a year later, it took like a couple months to get a diagnosis, but like a year later, I got fired because I was calling out too much, because there was some days where I couldn't get out of the bathroom because of how bad it was, or I was in so much pain I could barely move. It was really bad. So yeah, they fired me. I have been unemployed ever since. It's been, jeez, I don't know, 2021-ish, so like 4 years. I've been living off of monthly disability checks, but after paying rent to my parents and insurance, I'm left with like less than $500 for a month. I think it's like $442. And it's just not ideal, but we're trying. I'm on a medication right now, and I have a checkup coming up, so hopefully we'll know very soon if it's even working. And yeah, so that's cool. So money sucks right now. I have a cat to take care of, which my parents have been helping out with. There's 3 other cats in the house, so my parents buy the food and the litter and stuff like that, and I clean the litter boxes. So that's really nice. I really appreciate that. And my fiance just adopted a dog, so we have him to take care of. Whoops. He turns out he was they found out he has a hookworm like a week ago, something like that. So yeah, it's been tough. Money has kind of sucked. I've been helping out as best as I can, helping pay for him, but it's been rough. And I'm doing my best, and that's all we can ask for, I guess. So. Plus, my birthday's coming up Friday, so donation would be nice. Friday, as of the time that I'm doing this live stream. Ooh. I thought I grabbed that. Okay. I grabbed that. I'm not gonna like pressure anybody to donate, but I mean, it would be appreciated. I do have donation notifications turned on though, which is nice. You want to see a funny little pop-up? There you go. Alright, so we are technically on the leaderboards now. I can't submit this footage because I've had to tab out of my game a few times. And I'd rather not comb through and edit all that out. So, not bad for a practice round though, 17. We're out of quick revives though, which is not good. It's very not good, especially when the round we're trying to beat is 25. And we're out of all of our quick revives by 17. That's not ideal. What do you think? Do you think we could do that? Do this either flawless or without dying twice? That would suck. That would suck a lot. I should stop throwing grenades. I really don't want to deal with crawlers. Yeah, I don't want to deal with crawlers. That makes everything a bit messier. Yeah, alright. New part of strategy. No more grenades. Oh, jeez. Ah, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I hope I got that crawler over there. Okay.
I was beginning to sober up.
Okay. This might be the end of this run. Oh, did my controller die or something? What happened? I just started sliding off to the side. That was weird. I don't think my controller died. Nope, it's still vibrating, so no, it did not die. Oh, jeez. It's very faint, but...
Everywhere they are exploding.
Okay. That was scary. I did not enjoy that. Okay, so yeah, we are technically on the leaderboard. So the bottom one to beat was 15, we're on 18. We also beat our personal best from last night. Well, we have to finish 18. But, you know. Oh, jeez. 2 more and we get 20. So, what is that, 7 rounds to get 25? Excuse me, Jesus. We're trying, though. We're doing our best. Uh-oh. That's not ideal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, if we can go back on the topic of Marvel movies for a sec. I prefer the Edward Norton Hulk over Mark Ruffalo. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, he was fired because he tried to make a ton of changes to the script. Yeah. It made for a better movie. Because he was trying to go for like a darker, more like psychological aspect of the Hulk while they were trying to make like cartoony, haha funny. Like more, akin to the, I'm blanking on his name right now, but the other live-action Hulk, the bodybuilder that was painted green. Lou Ferrigno, that's his name. At least that's what I heard, right? They were trying to go for more of that, but, Edward Norton wanted a more darker, more psychological kind of look into the Hulk, which, I mean, the Hulk's a dark character. You kind of need to do right by him, you know? And I think if Edward Norton still wants to do like a darker Hulk movie with the way that, you know, the way that Marvel's putting the movies, or the direction that Marvel's going into now, with like allowing for the more like darker R-rated stuff, I think it would be perfect. I think it's perfect timing to bring Edward Norton back and really do like a dark, psychological, almost like horror movie for the Hulk. You know? Something good, something fun. It's not even really, so there's a few reasons why I prefer Edward Norton, and that's not, you know, it's not because, you know, darker Hulk, all that stuff. He's just a lot better. I really don't like Mark Ruffalo. I don't think he did a very good job. Like, I can only blame the writing so much. Right? Like, he was good in Avengers, but I can only really blame the writing so much. Like, he's just not, he didn't really portray that kind of fear that Bruce Banner has of the Hulk, you know? At least not the way, you know, not in a way that I liked. They more... He seemed... It seemed like he more hated the Hulk rather than he was scared of him. You know? And I get it. That makes sense, but just that's not personally what I'm looking for in a portrayal of the Hulk, you know? I want Bruce Banner to be terrified of the Hulk. As he should be. Oh, alright. 19's not bad for a practice game. Is that gonna reset my FOV? Nope, alright, cool. Alright. Hopefully we get it this one, though. I don't know how long we've been streaming. Less than an hour. Okay.
Without honor, corridors. Without light, darkness rules.
Yes, Takio, thank you.
She's calling. The mechanism must be repaired.
Who are you?
Let's get quick revive right off the bat here. Because we're only staying in here, we really only need the points for quick revive and the M14. That's really it. So. So, attempt number 2. We would technically be on the leaderboards if I submitted that first game, but I had to tab out to do a lot of stuff. So we're just... that would be our practice game. And everything, if everything goes okay here, then ideally I'd like to beat the record that I'm looking at. I think it's 25, if I remember correctly. But we'll see. If I could at least get like 26, 27, that'd be nice. I think the top of the leaderboard is like 60 something, and that's not happening. I couldn't get to round 60 playing zombies normally. So I'm not good at this game, so I don't know why I thought I could do this.
Touch not, lest ye be destroyed!
Actually, you know what? Haha. Oh, that's another thing I was thinking. Okay, so this is going to sound a little hypocritical because I was just talking about Edward Norton. Like, if he came back for the Hulk, it'd be preferable. But I think bringing back actors to portray their characters again, like Tobey Maguire coming back or Andrew Garfield or stuff like that, I think that's kind of lazy. I think it shouldn't be like celebrated as like the actor. Well, okay, so it should be celebrated, but not as like the actor like coming back. And I'm trying to figure out how to say this. It shouldn't be like, I don't like how in Spider-Man how it was like a multiverse thing, and it was like, you know, they're coming back for all that stuff. I don't think it should be a multiverse thing. I think the multiverse is a huge cop-out, and now there's no consequences. Anybody can come back from anywhere as anybody. And it's just really dumb. It feels kind of lazy, but I don't think, you know... Okay, I get it. I get what I'm trying to say. So it shouldn't be like celebrated that the actors are coming back to reprise their roles as the characters. I think it should be, there shouldn't have been anybody else playing them in the first place, you know? Like, I think for the MCU it should have been Andrew Garfield, because he really like unfairly got some hate, and it wasn't his fault. Like, you know, seeing some other stuff he's been in, and even him reprising his role as Spider-Man, he's a great actor. He did a great job. I don't think he deserved all of the hate because it wasn't exactly his fault that those movies weren't great. Like, a lot of people's criticism was like it was kind of cringy watching like two teenagers interact, but really they just kind of threw him in the room and just said, just improv, talk like teenagers, and it's not how you do it. At least that's what I heard. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but that's what I heard, and I believe it based off of what I've seen in the movies. But Andrew Garfield is a very interesting take on Spider-Man. I also just hate, you know, Spidey in space. You know, Spider-Man needs to be a grounded, street-level superhero, right? He doesn't need to be interacting with Thanos or Galactus or whatever. He should be, you know, his main threats should be like other street-level anti-heroes, right? Punisher, Moon Knight, stuff like that. Like, the biggest team he should interact with is the X-Men, you know? I mean, yeah, it would be cool. It would be really funny to see, like, a movie where it's like in the comics where he's trying to get into the Avengers. That would be hilarious. But I don't like that he's a lot bigger than he should be in the movies now, right? Like him being an Avenger, going to space, all that stuff. Also, a lot of the suits look like trash. I don't like any of the MCU suits.
Fortune and glory. Fortune and glory.
Just don't. The Iron Spider suit looks really dumb. It should have been in the in the comics where it was like the gold and the red, like Iron Man colors. I think that would have been a lot better. But I don't know. I kind of get it. You know, it's just I've kind of like come to accept this in the same way I've come to accept changes in like Transformers and stuff like that. I'll go into Transformers later. But it works for the story that they're trying to tell. It's just whether I like it or not isn't really a big deal because apparently a lot of other people like it. Which is fine. Good for you, honestly. If you're really into that stuff, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that there's something you really like. I don't like all of it. I don't like all the things that I'm super into either. Like, I don't like every Star Wars movie. I don't like every Transformers project. It's fine. You're allowed to not like things. I don't like the sequel trilogy in Star Wars, and that's not because I'm some, like, purist. I love the prequels. It's just, I'd rather watch, you know, like, Episode 3 than anything else. And it's not because of any, like, anything that, you know, Disney wants to spin on us. It's not like any, like, ist or ism. It's just, I just don't like them. Just not a big fan. And that's okay. And you know what? If you like the sequels, that's awesome. I'm glad you like Star Wars. I like some of, like, the... Not sequel... Well, technically sequel shows, because they do take place after Episode 6. But yeah, some of the sequel shows, like Ahsoka was pretty good. I liked it. I liked a lot of the Clone Wars stuff in Ahsoka. The Bad Batch was okay. Well, that's not, like, post-Episode 6, but that's more post-Episode 3, but still. I just got double swiped and I'm not dead. I'll take it, but... That's unexpected. Yeah, I did really like Ahsoka. The Mandalorian, I like The Mandalorian Seasons 1 and 2. I don't like how he kind of just took over. I am absolutely shocked that he didn't show up in Ahsoka, honestly. Because I figured with the way they treated Boba in the Book of Boba Fett, I would have imagined everything is just, you know, a new season of The Mandalorian, even if it's not. They really, like, they did Boba dirty in that show. That was very upsetting.
That is called a reversal of fortune, beast.
I also, Star Wars rant, having played Republic Commando, a lot of people, right, okay, this is a like, I don't know how minor of a spoiler this is, because probably everybody who hasn't seen The Bad Batch probably knows, but Scorch from Republic Commando comes back in The Bad Batch, and he dies. And honestly, everybody, when it happened, everybody was like, you know, R.I.P. my boy, you know, he didn't deserve to die like that. Nah, fuck Scorch. Honestly. I don't remember what happened to the rest of Delta Squad, but I think it was Delta Squad. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what happened to the rest of them. I know Sev was abandoned on Kashyyyk, which, justice for my boy Sev. But, like, Scorch kind of just willingly joined the Empire. You know, I understand the inhibitor chips and all that stuff, and I don't remember what happened exactly for Boss and Fixer, but fuck Scorch for joining the Empire like that. I'll use the inhibitor chips as an excuse, but, like, in Star Wars, like, fuck any clone that willingly joins the Empire and, like, willingly betrays the Republic and the Jedi. That's not okay. But I guess that's why Coda had no clones in his battalion during the Clone Wars. Didn't have to worry about all of that. Coda was ahead of his time. He knew that the clones, some of the clones, were unfit for battle. You know, I would highly disagree with clones like Rex, Cody, or Bly, or Bakara, even Fox and Wolf. I say even Fox because Fox was Coruscant Guard, so I don't know how much action he saw. But Fox is cool though. Fox, that's a clone that doesn't deserve much hate. Fox doesn't deserve as much hate as he's getting. He's just doing his job. I understand he what was it, 5s that he killed? Oops. I understand that, and that was really upsetting. But he was just... all he knew is he was dealing with a clone that was having an episode. And he reached for his blaster, and Fox did what he had to. So, it sucks, but kind of forced him to do it. Shouldn't have gone for the blaster there, 5s. I think it was 5s. It's been a bit since I've seen that episode, but I'm pretty sure it was 5s. It still sucks, but
A taste that reminds me of home. More fun than a night of karaoke.
it's alright though. Fox didn't deserve the way he died in the comics, though. It was another instance of, like, doing his job, but he kind of goofed up, I think. I think with the way the whole thing went down, I think Palpatine set him up to die, to be brutally honest. Because how, you know, how can, you know, a clone mistake Darth Vader as a Jedi? Like, somebody didn't tell Fox or the rest of the shock troopers what was going on. Like, somehow they didn't know, and I'm thinking Palpatine might have set them up. I don't know, I haven't read the comic, I watched a video on it, explaining, like, what happened to Fox, how they were sent off, the shock troopers were sent off to do something, I don't remember exactly what it was. They ran into Vader, mistook Vader as a Jedi, purely because of the lightsaber. And they went to, you know, shoot at him, try to arrest him, and then Vader gave his spiel about who he is and choked out Fox. He didn't deserve that, though. He should have known, not in the sense of not in the sense of like blaming Fox for dying, but he should have known in the sense of like somebody should have told him. Somebody should have told him who Vader was, and I think somebody set him up. Which sucks. Fox is cool. Fox was a really cool clone. The shock troopers in general just have a really cool design. It's just clone troopers, but red, I know. I'd like to look into what happened to some of the other clone commanders after Order 66. Like, I wonder what happened to Gree. No, wait, hang on. No, Gree died. I was just remembering Episode 3. Gree got decapitated by Yoda. So that's what happened to him after Order 66. We still don't know what happened to Cody. In the Bad Batch, Cody kind of just went AWOL. We have no idea what happened. Which really sucks. I think that would have been a way better, you know, plot piece to wrap up rather than... This might be a hot take, but I think wrapping up what happened to Cody would have been way better and way more important to the series rather than bringing back Ventress. It was cool that they brought back Ventress. It was neat, but like we should have learned what happened to Cody, because now he's just AWOL and we have no idea where he is. Speaking of Star Wars, what does everybody think? Okay, I say everybody. There's nobody in the stream or in the chat right now, but there's rumors of Sam Witwer coming back to play Starkiller in Ahsoka, which, don't give me hope, please. I've been wanting Starkiller to be canon, to come into live action for so long. Don't give me hope. I want it more than anything for Starkiller to be made canon and for Sam Witwer to play him in live action, but don't give me hope like that. It would be really cool, though. Apparently, like, with the way people are saying it's gonna happen, because they set up the Mortis gods at the end of Ahsoka Season 1. And people are saying Ahsoka is supposed to represent the sister, the light side of the Force. Anakin / Vader is supposed to be the father. And then Starkiller is going to be the son, which is the dark side of the Force. Which, genuinely, okay, if Starkiller does show up, the ideal thing, do not do Lord Starkiller. Do not do the Stalker armor. Please, don't. It was cool that was referenced in Andor. It's cool that Disney and Star Wars confirmed that it was supposed to be specifically Starkiller's Stalker armor, because there were other Sith Stalkers in Star Wars history. If you look at it, technically Vader was a Sith Stalker, because Sith Stalkers are reanimated Sith Lords being revived through a mixture of cybernetics and Sith alchemy. So technically Vader's a Sith Stalker in live action. Oh, okay. That's not going good. We're just going to restart. Or not. Because my cursor's in a weird spot. You know what? Maybe we will keep going here. But yeah, oh boy, this is not... Oh, alright, I should have just restarted when I had the chance. That was really stupid. I knew there was going to be a stupid death at some point in this stream. Yeah, I don't... If they're going to bring Starkiller into live action, there needs to be, what I think should happen, there should be a bit, go back to the World Between Worlds, have Ahsoka fight Starkiller in the World Between Worlds. Have Sam Witwer come in the training gear, like his default costume in the first game. Have him come in, have the music kind of swell up into the Force Unleashed theme when he appears. It'll reduce me to tears and I'll be bawling like a baby. And then have them fight. And I swear, do not leave it on a cliffhanger. Let the whole episode be her interacting with Starkiller in the World Between Worlds. Have the cliffhanger be the previous episode where she goes into it again. Okay? Have that be it. Have the entire... I want the entire episode to be her fighting Starkiller.
I shall touch you from a great distance.
Either fighting Starkiller or talking with him. And then we can have her meet up with, like, Force Unleashed 2, like, Jedi General Starkiller later in the series. I want the Force Unleashed to be canon. And a lot of people, I'm going to use this opportunity to talk on this, a lot of people like to use clips from the game and be like, oh, this is why Starkiller isn't canon. Meh. Okay. You're using clips out of context, though. Like him pulling down the Star Destroyer. He didn't, like, just rip the Star Destroyer from space. It was damaged because they shot, the whole level is you redirect, he redirected it to shoot it directly into a Star Destroyer, and that's what damaged it. It was caught in the planet's gravity. He basically used the Force to redirect it so he didn't get squished. Which, yeah, Jedi can do that. You know, if we can blindly accept Yoda lifting an X-Wing at his age out of the swamps of Dagobah, why can't we accept somebody who was literally trained by Darth Vader to be what Anakin would have been outside of the suit, redirecting a Star Destroyer that's already damaged and caught in the planet's gravity? Why can't we accept that? And also the whole thing with, like, Lord Starkiller killing Ben Kenobi and Boba Fett and all that stuff, that's DLC for the dark side ending of the game. The dark side ending isn't even canon to the game. So, because in the dark side ending of both games, because people use, you know, the scene where the clone in The Force Unleashed 2, they use the scene where the dark side clone is on Endor, and he kills Han and Chewie and then fights Jedi Leia. They use that as, oh, this is why Starkiller isn't canon. Also, DLC to the dark side ending, which the dark side ending isn't even canon to the game. Because in the first game, the dark side ending is you fight and you kill Vader and become Sidious's new apprentice, and the Rogue Shadow still crashes into the Death Star, Starkiller still dies, is resurrected, becomes a Sith Stalker. So, that would, if the Sith Stalker, like Lord Starkiller, is canon, that means Starkiller killed Vader and became Palpatine's new apprentice. Which clearly he did not, because Episode 4 happens. Well, the entire original trilogy happens, I should say. So, no. I also wholeheartedly believe that the clone in The Force Unleashed 2 is not the clone of Starkiller. That is the original, because it is established in the first episode of the Clone Wars that every being in Star Wars has their own unique Force signature, including clones. So if a Jedi is in a room full of clones, like there's like he's in the mess hall in like a Venator or something like that, he could pick out individual clones even if they're not wearing their armor based purely off their Force signature. So Coda was able to recognize Starkiller based purely off of his Force signature, which he wouldn't be able to do if that was a clone. Also, why would Vader keep all of Starkiller's traumatic memories of Vader nearly killing him multiple times for purpose of training. Why would he do that? I understand probably like keeping him in line and all that stuff. It still doesn't make a ton of sense though. Because if the original, you know, was willing to fight and attempt to kill Vader, why wouldn't this clone try to? And Vader's lied to Starkiller about bigger things. So, why not? There's a lot of things that happen in that game and throughout that story that make me believe that that's not a clone. That is not a clone of the original Starkiller.
More death.
Because why would Vader... Not only would Vader keep Starkiller's memories of, like, his training and his past trauma being trained by Vader and all that stuff, but why would he also keep his memories of Juno?
The destruction is glorious. This is Striker shall
I understand, you know, it's like keeping him in line. He keeps the memories of Juno for, like, leverage and all that stuff. But, I mean, just make him a blind servant. Why didn't you just, you know, make him basically, like I said, a blind servant? So, like, he just follows you no matter what, just 'cause. Without question, without thinking. Why didn't he just do that? Clearly he was able to, because there was the Darkseid clone at the end of, well, in the Darkseid ending, which, as we established, is not canon to the game, but why didn't he just do that? I can go for some Cheez-Its right now. Oh, jeez. Alright. Alright. What the? Oh.
Oh, that's very kind of you. More body parts. It is wonderful.
Oh, that's going a bit early. I want to start talking about Transformers, but I don't know how to bring it up. I mean, I guess that's one way. As my birthday gift to myself, which is, my birthday is this Friday, as the time of doing this, I am gonna buy myself the Magic Square Nemesis Prime. I already have their Optimus on my desk, which is fantastic. But I want the Nemesis Prime because it looks pretty. We could talk about Transformers now, though. I love Transformers. That's like my bread and butter. I prefer the '86 movie. The 2007 movie was pretty good. I did really like Bumblebee. Revenge of the Fallen's iffy. I don't remember much from Dark of the Moon. I don't care about Age of Extinction or The Last Night. And I think... Here's my hot take. Transformers 1 was way overhyped. I don't like Transformers 1. I don't like Transformers 1. I don't like Transformers Prime. I don't like a lot of the really popular Transformers stuff. I like Beast Wars. But I really don't like Prime... Well, I don't like Transformers Prime. I don't like, let's see. I don't like Earthspark. Although I did like Keith David voicing Grimlock. That was kind of cool. I'd go as far as to say I hated Transformers 1. It does deserve a sequel for the sake of people who did like the movie, which is a very vocal majority. So for their sake, I'd say it does deserve a sequel. I don't like it. I don't care. And if it does make a sequel, if it does get a sequel, I'm not going to make a stink about it. Because if I don't like it, I'm just not going to watch it. Rise of the Beast was okay. But honestly, I'd rather watch Rise of the Beast than Transformers 1. I thought it was really dumb. I thought, you know, I thought them trying to make the ability to transform, you know, the foundation of the series of Transformers, they tried to make it not only like a class issue, but also an ableist issue. I thought that was really stupid. I think Megatron turned way too quickly. Like, he was all, like, on their side, and then all of a sudden he got the T-Cog and then was just sick of Orion Pax's shit. Like, I get it, it was probably... He got, Megatronus Prime's T-Cog, I think, right? I don't remember. It's been a bit. I've seen that movie twice, so I guess you can kind of justify his quick turn with that. Because, you know, Megatronus Prime is known as the Fallen. So I guess you can kind of accept that. But no. I still think it was dumb. I still think it was way too quick. A lot of the casting was awful. Everything that Keegan, in my opinion, this has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I just don't like him. I think everything Keegan-Michael Key touches is garbage. I think every role he's ever played is really not good. I think he's just incredibly annoying. Especially with his portrayal as Bumblebee. It feels to me like... And I can only blame him so much with it. You know, the majority is the writers. I feel like what the writers were doing, we were taking... You know, all of the movies where Bumblebee couldn't talk, and, like, hardcore, like, trying to reverse that, I guess. Which, no. If that's the alternative, make him quiet again. I hated all of the designs for all of the characters. I think they all looked really not good. Optimus, like Orion Pax / Optimus looked okay. That's honestly the only part of the movie that I thought was relatively decent was Optimus just in general. I mean, was it Chris Hemsworth voiced him? Definitely no Peter Cullen. Not even close to Gary Chalk's performance in the Unicron trilogy. But, you know, he's not bad. He didn't do terrible. Certainly better than the schmuck they dragged off of the street for the Netflix War for Cybertron series, that's for sure. But I just wasn't a fan. I do hope, for the sake of everybody who did like Transformers 1, I do hope that it gets a sequel, because I know a lot of people were absolutely crushed when Paramount said that they weren't planning on doing anything else with it, and that kind of sucks. That would really suck if they go forward with a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover and not a Transformers 1 sequel. But
Oh, now the blood will flow.
really, for the sake of everybody who did like Transformers 1, I really, really hope that the movie does get a sequel for you guys. I'm not into it. Oh, shoot, that, alright. What is that? Gimme.
Step away.
Okay. That's a double points. I'm not risking my life for that. Alright. That's not ideal. This isn't good.
That nasty thing touched me.
This is not good.
Hey.
This is not good. So we're out of quick revives. Because we died stupidly a couple times. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Don't you worry. We're out of quick revives, yeah, but we could still do this. We could still do this. Maybe I should talk about Transformers stuff that I actually like instead of shit-talking Transformers 1. Maybe the game didn't like that. I like Beast Wars. Beast Wars is cool. I think the whole truck not monkey thing is really stupid. Cause like, here's a big thing with the whole truck not monkey thing that I think is the case. I don't know, somebody who actually believes that, please correct me if I'm wrong, is they don't realize it's two different characters. Like, Optimus Prime is not a gorilla, it's Optimus Primal, the descendant of the Autobots. Not the same character. Plus, why is everybody up in arms about, you know, Primal and, you know, Truck Not Monkey when it's not, you know, people aren't being like, Gun Not T-Rex. Nobody's upset about Megatron being a T-Rex now. Can they suddenly, you know, understand that those are two different characters? That's another thing. I'm okay with Megatron being a tank. I'm more than okay with Megatron being a tank. I think it's cool when he is a gun. I think it was really cool in G1 that he was a gun, because it kind of, you know, it fit him as a character. But I think it's more practical, not only as a character, but also as a toy, for him to be a tank. Because playing with, like, a static toy gun, unless you're playing with the original G1 toy, which actually, you know, shot little plastic bullets, which is kind of cool. But just playing with, like, a static plastic gun is just not fun. like, I fidget with, like, Nerf guns and my airsoft guns and stuff like that, right? But that's fine. Like, that has moving parts, that has stuff that does stuff, you know? But a static, like, Megatron gun just doesn't do anything, and I don't see how they would engineer through the transformation the ability for to, like, you know, to operate the slide or to, like, eject the magazine and all that stuff. It just wouldn't work for a Megatron toy. So I don't know if I think he's at his best when he's a tank. I mean, it fits the character. It's cool. I think it's not weird, but I don't think it works as well when he's a jet. There has been really, really neat versions of Megatron that have been jets, like, you know, Transformers Animated and, Energon. Energon Megatron's awesome, by the way. One of my favorites. But I don't see Megatron as a jet as much as I see him as a tank, you know? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, alright. Alright, we'll try again. One more. One more try. Hopefully we'll get a decent run this time. This will be our last try, and then if we don't get it, then I guess we're just going to have to try again in another stream. But I just got started talking Transformers, so we're going to do this. Yeah, Megatron as a jet doesn't really work for me as much as Megatron as a tank. It just makes sense for him to be a tank. Again, it's cool. It's cool when he's a gun, but it's not really practical, like, as a character, like in a show or in a movie, or as a toy. You know, because what are you gonna do with a toy gun that does nothing? You're just gonna transform him and then put him on a shelf or put him on a desk or, like, pull the trigger a couple times and transform him back. It basically might as well be one of the non-transforming posable figures, you know? That's how I am with my, admittedly, knockoff MP36. I don't transform him. He just sits there. I pose him sometimes, but I don't transform him. Because what are you going to do with a static toy gun? It's cool to look at, but I'm good.
Long, hard, and accurate, just like me.
But I don't know. I don't know. It took a little bit for me to kind of come around to that, but. And with like the Studio Series 86 Megatron being a tank, that I do have a little tiny bit. It's not like a problem with it. I have it, and it doesn't ruin the figure that it's a tank. But it's supposed to be a part of the Studio Series line, right? Which is supposed to be screen accurate figures of these characters. So when he transforms into the wrong alt mode, that doesn't make it screen accurate anymore. That's like if they made Grimlock turn into a truck. You know? It just doesn't work. Like, admittedly, the robot mode is very accurate. Very, very nice. But, again, it'd be like if Grimlock turned into a truck. I think... See, it doesn't fit in the Gamer Edition, like, Devastation line either, because they made Optimus like a small deluxe for some reason in that line, which doesn't make any sense. Were they trying to go with, like, the giant Devastator in the game, and then so he scales with 86 Devastator, which doesn't make any sense either. But especially because the Gamer Edition Devastation Wheeljack and Sideswipe are just repaints of the deluxe Kingdom Sideswipe and Wheeljack, so they're not going to scale with a deluxe class Optimus, so why do that? So yeah, that Megatron The 86 Megatron wouldn't fit with the Devastation because it wouldn't scale. I think it should have just been Age of the Primes Megatron. Like a very G1 accurate robot mode with a tank alt mode. It should have just been that. Save a lot of the hassle, a lot of the issue. I mean, I guess, you know, Streisand effect, people are talking about it. So, when you say, I don't like that 86 Megatron as a tank, some people go, oh, there's an 86 Megatron? And they go and they buy it. At least people that aren't, like, too in the know about Transformers and, like, what's coming out and stuff. And admittedly, it's a really, really great figure. It's a lot of fun. Transformation's really nice, and the robot mode looks beautiful. Tank mode's a bit rough. The bottom half is good. But the top, like, turret section is a little rough. I wish they made it look like an actual tank turret. That would have been nice. The fusion cannon's a little short for my liking. And I don't like that you have to parts form the gun barrel on his back. I would have liked it if it, like, shifted to the center of his back, and then that's the connecting point for the fusion cannon. That would have been cool, with some support tabs in his arms, because that's not going to hold it. And even then, right, if you don't put the support tabs in his arms, it would have given it some actual, like, up and down movement, and still some rotation. But, you know, I don't work for Hasbro, so there's nothing we could do about it now. I had to change up my route there for a sec. That was scary. I thought I was gonna die there. I legitimately thought I was gonna die there. That was really scary. I don't know. I've been getting a lot more into, like, the Masterpiece scale, you know, third-party stuff. Some of the official stuff is just disappointing, you know? I got the Magic Square Light of Peace instead of MP44, I think it was. That was, Optimus. I'm not spending $500 on that garbage, you know? With, you know, breakage issues, paint chipping, and just an artificially jacked up price where they decided to put a lot of the budget into the trailer and the minifigures instead of the engineering, so now the figure kind of looks like crap. That's just my opinion, though. If you like it, good for you. I'm happy for you. I prefer Light of Peace. Less paint for it to be chipped. It still looks good. Because there's less paint, it doesn't look glossy. And because it has that matte finish, it looks more, you know, close to the cartoon, which is nice. Proportionally, I don't think it's too different from MP44, but that's still, you know, it's still pretty accurate. I like that. I like that it doesn't have a obnoxious backpack made for a talking feature that is not needed. It's cool, but don't need it. Oops. Okay. Come on, there we go. It's just, I don't know. I think they're okay. So I bought a knockoff of the MP45 Bumblebee just to, like, have a Bumblebee for my Masterpiece collection. I needed a Bumblebee to finish my Devastation Autobots display for my Masterpiece scale stuff, and I really did not want to pay full price for the MP45 Bumblebee because I don't like it. But that is my only option unless I want to get the MP Bumblebee 1.0, which I probably should have in hindsight. I probably would have liked it a lot more. A third-party company, like a good third-party company, like Magic Square, or Fans Toys, or Mastermind Creations, Make Toys, somebody needs to tackle a Masterpiece scale G1 Bumblebee. We need a good one, because these are just not, that's just not it. I have it because I need it. I did not want it. I mean, it's not terrible, it's just don't like it. I don't like the backpack. I don't like the transformation. And this is, okay. It kind of goes to show, like, how bad the transformation is when, and I'm not saying, like, hear me out before you start thinking that I'm thinking that my word is gospel. But when I say a transformation's bad, this is coming from an ex-Transbots fan, okay? I like, and you know, ex-Transbots is notorious for having really messy transformations, and I will agree. Their cup is a little, it's a time, I'll say. But I have their Springer, I have their Ultra Magnus, I have their, Runabout, and I have their Drag Strip. Drag Strip, I want to get rid of, because it has problems, and I don't want it. It has a loose waist that I cannot fix, even though I tried my usual methods of wrapping tape around the mushroom joint. It just doesn't work. And I don't mess with it. I don't want it anymore. I'm gonna look into how I can get rid of it. Runabout, I do really like. I just don't mess with them that much. Did I mention I have their Springer? I think so. I'm trying to get the plastic shoulders for Springer. I reached out to TF Safari. I bought my Springer secondhand off of eBay, and I reached out to TF Safari, not sponsored, just on a whim, you know, just to see what they'll say, because I saw that they had the ex-Transbot Springer in stock, and I saw that they all include the plastic shoulder upgrades. So I figured, why not reach out? And they said that they'll sell it to me for like $40. And I don't have the money to do that right now, but I get paid soon, so I'll be able to. So that's cool, and I really do like that Springer. He doesn't hold his sword worth anything, you know. But the transformation's a lot of fun. He looks great. I had the Fans Toys Springer, the Fans Toys Apache. Nope. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. That transformation was not fun. And I do like other Fans Toys figures. Oh, I also have X-Transbots Ratchet. I don't like transforming him. I like the figure. I love the robot mode. I like the alt mode. I don't like transforming it. Just not a fan. But yeah, I had the Fan Toy Springer. I didn't like transforming it. The legs just didn't work. They did eventually, but I couldn't figure it out, so I gave it to my dad, who doesn't usually transform his figures. He just keeps them at his desk at work. I gave that to him. He likes it. He thinks it's really cool. I absolutely adore the X-Transbots Ultra Magnus. The transformation is very impressive. How the entire front cab section unfolds like origamis out of his chest is absolutely brilliant. And I love how it transforms. The reason that it's not on my desk like 24/7 is because the alt mode is way too big. It does not fit on my desk. So, if I had a bigger desk, then yeah, it would be on there way more often. Let's see. Let's see. What else do I have? I'm waiting for... I've been a big fan of Magic Square's work as of recent. I'm waiting eagerly anticipating for them to upscale their Legends class Grimlock, because I need a good Masterpiece scale Grimlock. I have the oversized MP08, which is good enough. I had the Giga Power Superator, which was decent. I thought it was pretty cool. But, oops. But I bought this one. I bought the oversized MP08 because I thought it would be better. I may have been wrong, and that's okay. But I gave the Giga Power Superator to my dad because my dad wanted a big Masterpiece scale Grimlock, and I was getting frustrated with Superator. A lot of the paint was chipping. I had to replace the Autobot logos because they kept coming off so many times, to the point where, like, and it was, so the frustrating bit was that, despite the fact that they kept peeling off, when I was actually trying to take them off to put new stickers on, they just wouldn't come off. So I had to use my metal part separator to scrape the rest of the sticker off, and it scraped off a good bit of the paint, which kind of led me towards just buying the oversized MP08. That was one of the big reasons that I did it, is I scratched the shit out of Superator, and I figured, why not, we'll just buy something else. I was gonna buy a new Superator, but they're crazy expensive. So I just gave it to my dad, and I bought this one. So I'm waiting on Magic Square to upscale their Legends class Grimlock. And I am loving Magic Square's work right now, especially with their MP scale stuff. They're probably my favorite third-party company right now. I have almost all of their Combaticons. I'm waiting on Blastoff. I have their Optimus. I don't have any of their Legends class stuff, but I might. That Grimlock's really nice. I might buy it before the MP scaled one comes out. Did you see that, by the way? That was awesome. All of their Dinobots look really good. All of Magic Square's Dinobots look really awesome. I might just get the Grimlock, though, when it gets upscaled. I don't know if I'm going to bother with the other ones, because I just don't have the space for it. I might get Snarl. I might get Snarl and Slag. But I don't know. Maybe. Reminder, because it's been more than a few minutes since I said it, I do have subscriber notifications and donations set up. So if anybody wants to, if anybody's in the stream, they want to subscribe or they want to donate, I do have notifications set up. This Friday is my birthday, and I could use the money because I'm technically, I say technically to downplay it because it's sort of imposter syndrome, because it's not as bad as it could be, but I am disabled and unemployed, so the disability checks are not that great. So it would be nice. Does this count as e-begging? I hope not. But that's probably what I'm doing, and I'm not trying to. Yeah, it's a funny little thing. So, subscribing will give me the motivation to keep going. So if you want to see me continue to attempt this, maybe do this with other maps, why don't ya? And let that subscribe button know you love it. Give it a little tippy tap. But anyway, back to Transformers. We now return to the Transformers.
Before the bloodshed can continue.
I do have a couple Fans Toys figures, though. I do really like their stuff. I have, their Hoist, their Astro Train. I think that's it. I think it's just Hoist and Astro Train that I have. Pretty sure. Oh, no, I have their Soundwave. I forgot about that. Yeah, I have the Robot Paradise Acoustic Wave. I forgot about him. That's technically Fans Toys. I do want to get their aerial bots. Their Air Raid looks really nice. But that's the problem with Fans Toys, is they're crazy expensive. Like, I really, really want their Blitzwing, and I had their Warpath, but he took a little tumble and his leg broke off, and now I no longer have their Warpath. I was gonna get. I have X-Transbots. X-Transbots Ratchet, but I think I'm gonna get Fans Toys Ironhide when he comes out in, I think, October. And I'm gonna compare the two. Whatever one I don't like, I'll get rid of and get the other version of that. Like, if I like the Fans Toys Ironhide more than the X-Transbots Ratchet, I'll get rid of the Ratchet and get the Fans Toys one. But yeah, ooh, that was scary. I didn't like that. I think top of my list right now for Transformers that I want to get is either the Magic Square Nemesis Prime or the Masterpiece Skyfire. That's probably my two. Or the Make Toys Jazz. I was going to get the Fans Toys Jazz, but apparently there is an issue where the pin holding in the torso will disintegrate, and he'll just 2007 Michael Bay himself. He'll just fall apart in half, and it's not great. And I'd rather, with how much that one costs, I'd rather not. I'd rather not deal with that. So I'll go with the Make Toys one. I want to get the Make Toys Chrome Dome. That guy's awesome. Looks great. I also found out recently that Black Mamba upscaled the Legacy Transmetal 2 Megatron into Masterpiece scale, and I would like one because it's more than just an upscale. It's a brand new paint job, so it looks really pretty. The head for the robot mode, it comes with a more animation accurate robot mode head, and I think they changed up the dragon mode head too to look more animation accurate. I don't remember if it has lights, but I think it has die-cast. It's pretty, and I want one. It's pretty, and it's less expensive than the, what is it, the Zhongqing Winged Dragon? That one. That one, the one that Jobby reviewed. That, and I don't think I'd be too into that one anyways. The transformation looks like a bit much. And as much as I appreciate the transparency and the openness about it, I don't think I'd be able to stand the paint chipping. That's something that will ruin a figure for me. Like, loose joints I can fix. Things not tabbing in, depending on what it is, I can ignore. But paint chipping just makes... It can easily, for me, make a... Paint chipping can easily, for me, make a expensive figure feel cheap. And it can easily make me feel like I got ripped off, or something like that, you know? It could just... paint chipping just very, very easily makes it feel cheap for me. Again, I can fix loose joints and stuff like that, you know, but I can even ignore, depending on what it is, I can ignore breakages, right? Like if a redundant tab is broken, I can ignore that. Like one of the support tabs on my Light of Peace, the second one on his leg, broke, but it still has the first one, so his legs still hold together in the truck mode, so I can ignore it. But paint chipping is the one and only thing that will ruin a figure for me. Doesn't matter how bad it is. It's hard for me to ignore it. Especially if I pay a lot for a figure and then there's paint chipping. That's not good. That doesn't make me feel very good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay. Oh, that was scary. I don't know how I'm still alive. I don't deserve it. I found on TF Safari, again, not sponsored, there's a knockoff of the Masterpiece Tigatron that I really want to get. I think it's like $80, something like that. Something not crazy expensive. I think it's on sale even. But I would like that. So I like hyper focus on like G1 stuff, and it kind of killed my love for collecting for a bit. And then I started getting stuff because I want it, not because I need it for a collection or because it, you know, whatever reason. I started getting stuff because I wanted it and like branching out from G1 stuff because it just got boring. And I got the Brave Troop Toys Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee, which is absolutely phenomenal. I got the MPM-7 Bumblebee, which has been really, really good. And I got the, what is it? Makuto, I believe it is, the Truck Boy. Magic Square's little chibi Optimus. And he is a lot of fun. He's an absolute joy. I want to get all of the other ones. I don't typically like the white Optimus, like Ultra Magnus piece. I prefer to be all in one thing, like the X-Transbots Magnus. But I might get that. I'm 100% getting the Nemesis Prime. And they're pretty cheap. I think the Nemesis Prime is on sale on Magic Square's website for like $25, something like that. Again, not sponsored. I would love to be sponsored by Magic Square if they could send me their MP scaled Grimlock whenever that comes out. That would be awesome. Especially with how much I was glazing them early in the stream. That is the first time I've ever used that word. Isn't that crazy? I don't usually use, like, Zoomer talk, but first time ever using that. Honestly, though, I love Magic Square. They do a lot of really great things. I don't know. And as much as they probably won't admit it, third-party stuff is making Hasbro do better. you know? Because they have to compete with sometimes cheaper, well, not cheaper, sometimes less expensive figures that do stuff way better, and sometimes it is more expensive, but that's kind of, in my opinion, worth the cost to either have a masterpiece scale version of a character that Hasbro or Takara hasn't put out, or to have one that's better than what Hasbro or Takara put out. It's worth spending a little extra on something that feels like it's worth that quality, you know? In my opinion. And to me, it's worth it. So. I want to get Fantoy's Blitzwing, though. I think it's awesome. Their Astro Train is really, really nice. I like that Fans Toys is kind of going back and reviving old designs and, like, you know, giving them a chance, you know? Like, I guess Blitzwing and their Soundwave was, like, an older canceled design that they decided to revisit recently. Like, their Soundwave was originally supposed to come out when the official Takara... when the official Takara MP Soundwave came out. Around then, like, they were working on it. I think they announced it, and then Takara came out with their official MP Soundwave. So, this is not good. This is really not good. So they kind of revived that for the Robot Paradise Acoustic Wave. I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. Yep, alright. 17, though, that's not bad. That kind of... What is that? So the lowest on the leaderboard is 15. I was trying to beat 24. I technically only made 16, so I don't think I'm going to submit that footage. But I think I'm going to call it for the night because it is 5 o'clock where I am, and I should not be up this late. But yeah, that's going to be... Sorry, I had to crack my chest right quick. That's gonna be it for this time, this attempt. Thanks to whoever for stopping by. Leave a like, maybe subscribe. That'd be cool. Hopefully we can get more people in the stream next time. Hopefully I'll have time to stream earlier. But yeah, that's gonna be about it.